what would you say is more important? Would you say it's the work that's conducted before the interview, or the work that's actually done with the interview and then afterwards?
They're very hard to separate, but I think my analysis would be a lot of our the people that we speak with, so not just the client broadly, but the actual individuals. If you do the process of, writing verbatim notes, marking against pre-agreed criteria, you're not going to connect with that unless you informed those criteria. So the interview process itself is very important because without that, all of the work we did up front is going to fade away. But for us this year, we've really moved towards still talking about the interview, but actually really focusing on that bit up front, because that's where I think the subject matter expert, the hiring manager who knows what they're looking for, I think that's where they get real passion about this process, because all of a sudden they're being pushed and challenged to think in more depth maybe than they have before about how we explain this role, about how we shortlist. And my experience has been a lot of hiring managers, because hiring isn't their day job, have fallen into a trap where the role advert they used was written by somebody 4 or 5 years ago and has lots of stuff on there that they wouldn't even agree with, but it exists, it's a template, it goes out. Or, the recruiter that they work with kind of knows them and thinks that the easiest thing to do is to just, give a similar person than we gave last time. So I think that's the key thing, is just having that thread throughout of, I know what I'm looking for. I've checked it for that adverse impact. It's not going to be as biased because I've got all of this objective criteria. But yeah, I think, it's both.